a Hilton Inn in Tacoma, Washington. I was actually doing a presentation for Dr. McCullough last night here on burning fat for fuel, which is an incredible subject that we're going to start talking about once we finish up the segment on your brain health. Now, if you can recall, we've been talking lately about doing things to prevent neurodegeneration. Yeah, that most people, maybe including yourself, have some level of fear or discomfort, or some level of uncomfortableness of thinking of growing older and having a brain that isn't functioning well. Maybe you're concerned about dementia, Alzheimer's, ALS, Parkinson's, or any other kind of neurodegenerative disease or challenge for yourself. So I've been, since last week, providing tips to help you maintain a happy and healthy brain and to prevent neurodegenerative type of challenges for yourself. So I want to continue that today, and this is going to be my last recommendation in this series tied into preventing neurodegenerative issues. But this is very important today, and it's tied into basically the question is, are you getting enough blood to your brain? Now, why is that important, you may ask? Getting blood to your brain is essential because if you need, you do need, not if you do need to get enough oxygen and nutrients to your brain to function properly on a regular daily basis. So you might be thinking, well, how would I know if I get enough blood to my brain? And that's actually very simple, what I'm going to show you here today. And what you can do right now as you're watching this video, look at your hands. You want to just put your hand out in front of you, kind of like this, so you can see your nails. And when you're looking at your nails, based on basically generations of traditional Chinese medicine, there's a simple little assessment tool that you can use to understand blood flow to your brain. So looking down at your nails right now, you should have a little half moon at the base of your thumb, also the base of your index finger, the base of your middle finger, and the base of your ring finger, and no moon on the little finger. Now, if you happen to be missing those moons on any of those fingers, or if they're extremely small to where you barely see them peeking out from the base of your nail, that would be a high likelihood that you have poor peripheral circulation. Now, the peripheral circulation is important because that's your capillary circulation. That's what's responsible for literally about 75% of your circulation in your body. And more important with what we're talking about today, that's essential for moving blood to the extremities of your body, into those little capillaries in the extremities. Now, you might feel this as cold hands and feet. Or maybe you'll feel it as, if it's to an extreme, you might actually have your hands or feet might get numb or tingly at times. But at least your hands and your feet are working with gravity. Your other extremity, which is your head and your brain, is working against gravity. So if you're having these symptoms and recognition of the poor circulation noticeable through your hands and your feet, it would tell you that the problem is even probably somewhat significantly greater based on your brain. And then if your circulation is poor to your brain, you're not moving the oxygen, you're not moving the nutrients, you're not taking waste away from the cells in your brain, thus leaving your brain unhealthy and unhappy, and actually setting yourself up for the potential of neurodegenerative issues later in life. So if you recognize that you're missing those moons, I would love to tell you that there's just a simple lifestyle thing that you could do to enhance this, but there really is not. From this perspective, this is where you want to start engaging and using some level of supplementation to actually assist your body in actually improving that circulation, which is another subject to bring up with this. Because very often when I'm talking with people about the poor circulation, I'll hear things like, oh, well, Glenn, I shouldn't have any problems with that because I go to the gym 5 times a week and I do my cardiovascular work, I'm on the bike, I'm on the treadmill, I'm on the elliptical, I take these classes, and they'll go on and on about everything you do from a cardiovascular standpoint. But I want you to understand that the poor circulation is not a cardiovascular issue. Poor circulation is basically a brain issue because your brain is a regulatory factor for circulation in your body. So if that sounds like a little bit of a catch-22, it is, because think about this. If you have poor circulation to the brain and you're lacking oxygen and nutrient uptake to your brain cells, that's going to lead to some challenges with your brain. A challenged brain then has a tougher time regulating circulation properly, and then round and round you go. It's like being in the hamster wheel. Stuck in the hamster wheel, the faster you run, the harder it is to get out. So if you find that you're missing these moons, post this below and let me know, and I can give you some recommendations. I mean, in my office, there's 3 different supplements we use for this with our clients that do have a significant positive impact on helping your body improve the function of the brain and thus improving the peripheral circulation. And for me, I mean, I'll even share that personally, I take at least one of these supplements on a consistent basis, but it's mostly because of the history of neurodegenerative issues in my family. I had a grandmother that died with severe dementia, a mother who died with severe dementia, and a brother who died with ALS. And in my past, I was actually even diagnosed as epileptic years ago. You know, thankfully that's been overcome. But one of the reasons why I'm always working on keeping my blood going to my brain is because I want to, and I am committed to maintaining a happy and healthy brain to prevent neurodegenerative disease. You know, after watching people suffer and go through this and die with it, it's nothing that is really enjoyable on any level to watch or to partake in, and I know that this is something that you don't want to live into yourself personally. So if you recognize any of these issues, post that below. If you're new to this channel or just randomly catching this video right now, subscribe to this channel to get future videos with other health tips that I put out on a regular, consistent weekly basis. And also, to make sure that you get the notifications of when these go live or when these are sent out, click on the little bell on the top, and that will actually give you the availability of getting notifications when these videos come out. So any comments or questions, post those below and I will address them personally. And I look forward to continually helping you in basically reaching your highest level of health and happiness and basically feeling young again. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys soon.